Hey, this is Alex Merced, and you're listening to Podcasting and Vlogging School. On this podcast, we're going to learn the ins and outs of recording, distributing, marketing, and monetizing a podcast and or vlog. Beyond what you learn on this show, if you ever need help from Alex Merced to help you start your podcast or vlog, you can look into hiring him over there at mercedbranding.com. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from mercedbranding.com with the first episode of Podcasting and Vlogging School. Now, this is my first foray in creating a podcast about podcasting. A couple of years ago, I had a different podcast called Podcasting and Vlogging Tips and Tricks. Now, that disappeared, but the episodes are findable. I have uploaded most of the old episodes from that podcast over there on YouTube, Podcasting and Vlogging Tips and Tricks. So a lot of that old advice in marketing, interviews with other podcasters about how they run their podcast, all of that is still accessible. Now, the reason why I'm starting a whole new podcast on podcasting is because a lot has changed in podcasting. So while a lot of the advice I gave you in that old podcast still stands for what are the different platforms and different options, there's a lot of new options as far as what platforms to create your podcast on, how to monetize your podcast, and how to market your podcast. So that's why we're starting a new show. So today we're just kind of introducing the show and introducing what we're going to be doing. So main thing, if you want to get started between now and the next episode, is one, go find those old episodes on YouTube of podcasting and vlogging tips and tricks. Okay, I'm going to revisit some of those topics, but a lot of that stuff is still useful, still gold. So check that stuff out. Also, when it comes to developing the brand of your podcast and the marketing of your podcast, also check out my other podcast, Brand Me Alex Merced, which I also have uploaded to YouTube, but you can also subscribe to on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. There I can talk about coming up with the idea of your podcast, the brand, developing your target market, and a lot of other marketing techniques. I'm not necessarily going to try to recap much of that since it's already on that podcast. But so now that you guys know what this podcast is about, do subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Share it with your friends. If you're thinking of starting a podcast, we're going to be going over a lot of topics, over a lot of different platforms, monetizing, ways of monetizing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of ways to use podcasts, whether it is to make the podcast a center, to make the podcast your business, or use podcasting to improve your business. And not just podcasting, but vlogging. So we're talking about uploading videos to YouTube, Facebook, and BitTube, and a lot of these other sort of periphery video sites where you can just kind of expand the reach of your content. So my name is Alex Merced. Thank you for listening to this first episode of Podcasting and Vlogging School. Many more episodes are on the way on all sorts of great topics. Have a great day. Enjoy. And again, you can find a lot of that other content over there at mercedbranding.com. Thank you very much.